Good morning everyone. Welcome to the course of Computer Networks. I am Neha Sharma, Assistant Professor at Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Engineering College Jhalawad. So let's get started. Today we are going to discuss about electronic mail, which is email. So earlier in earlier times, for the exchange of information between two people or at two places, we used to have telegram system, or we have postcards by letters we will send. uh, the problem with that is it is very much time taking. Okay, you have to wait for like 2-3 days for your letter to be delivered, or if it is across the country, so it will take more than a month to get delivered. Then you have telegrams, which is sort of a fast service, but the number of letters in it are very much limited. So to solve this problem in today's age, and in the early 90s, with the invent of the internet, electronic mail has become very much popular among the people. So basically it is exchange of messages between people using electronic devices asynchronously. Asynchronously means they need not to be online at the same time. Okay, so it is developed in 1970s by Ray Tomlinson. So earlier this email system was used only for like I said, as the starting of the internet, it was used only for research purposes and at very high end universities, but later on it becomes very popular with the people. So modern day email includes following features. You can see this is uh, uh, the page of a Gmail, where which gives you the command for compose of a message. So in today's day email, or in today's day, you can send an attached file. With an attached file you can send a document, a PDF file, audio file, video file with it, and you can embedded your image file can be sent as embedded image in your mail body. And some fear of the there are some websites like Grammarly and others, they give you the feature for grammar and spelling correction feature. So nowadays the email are getting much more advanced, and Gmail has introduced one more feature which by reading the text, it suggests you the replies, like okay, okay, bye, or it suggests you even the subject if you have not added the subject of your email. So yes, it is getting up much more advanced nowadays. So basically your internet mail system components comprises of three basically. First one is your user agent. So user agent is, it provides service to the user to make the process of sending and receiving a message easier. For example, your MS Outlook or your Apple Mail. So you can see user agent is nothing but a software in your PC which gives you the facility. Means it is a basically GUI which help you to send and receive message. Okay, and to collect the messages and to sort it and other things. We'll talk about the services given by user agent in the next slide. Next component is your mail server. So mail server is what it will collect your emails if you are not online, or if the emails are in queue. So they it is sort of a repository, मतलब उसको एक तरह से mail box जैसे है कि वो collect करके रखता है. If a server cannot deliver a mail to another server, then it holds the message in the message queue and attempts to transfer it later. Generally it is for the next attempt is generally after 30 minutes. As you can see here, mail server is, and the transfer and the communication between the mail servers is through this protocol known as SMTP protocol for connection basically. And this SMTP protocol is serve as both server and a client. Suppose this mail server wants to send it to this, so this become client and this become your one becomes client and another becomes server. But if the role has changed to the another PC, then the roles has also reversed, like server and client will are sort of interchangeable here. So user agent. So the working or the various components for a user agent, what user agent can do is composing messages, reading messages. Like I told you, the example is like your Apple Mail or your Microsoft Outlook, and it helps to reply to messages, forwarding messages, handling mailboxes, like when you have lots of emails and you have various category like primary emails, and it sort the spam email, and you save some mails in your drafts to be sent it later on. So all these things are like included in handling your mailboxes. And there are basically two types of user agents. The first one is your command driven, and the example of command driven is Pine, Elm. Pine is basically Alpine, and it is a trademark of the University of Washington. So using the commands, by using the commands you can access this type of user agent. And it was like very initially this command driven is used, and it is sort of not very much user friendly. And the second one is your GUI based, that you know now, like your MS Outlook and Apple Mail sort of. So this is this GUI based are much more easier to use and basically user friendly. So email address, you know, in your email address you have the first part. This first part is basically known as the local part. Local part is the address of the mailbox on the server. Basically this is the address, like if you are sending in a telegram to a person, so the first what you write, the address of the recipient. Okay, so this is basically the address of the mailbox on the server. This is basically the address of your recipient. Next one is your domain name. So domain name is basically an organization. An organization usually selects one or more hosts to receive and send email. The hosts are sometimes called the mail servers or the exchangers. The domain name assigned to each mail exchanger either comes from the DNS database or is a local logical name, for example, the name of the organization. So basically this will tell the name of the mail servers. Okay. For example, like I told you, if you want to, in earlier days when we used to send the telegram, so first one is your address, the second one is like your pin code sort of. So the we can relate, the pin code is basically this domain name. Next is we'll discuss about SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. So in first, this Alice wants to send an email to Bob. Okay, so first it will using this Alice user agent, like if she is using the MS Outlook, she will compose the message and then send the message, then send mail will be in queue, like if it is available to be sent right now, or whether it should be in queue. Then it will go to the client, like message transfer agent, and through this to this one, means basically these are two servers. So first in this case this is nothing but your mail server. This mail server here is acting like a client here. Okay, so this is the connection will be established, this TCP connection will be established using this port 25, and the connection is through this SMTP protocol, and it will SMTP commands replies and mail back. This is the functioning of your SMTP. Then the message is received by the server, your recipient server, and it will go to the user mailboxes, and when the Bob's user agent is available, then that email is available to Bob. So this is how your SMTP basically works, and this is the basic theory how this SMTP is going to work. Like the principal application layer protocol for internet electronic mail, it uses reliable data transfer services of TCP to transfer the mail. It has client side and a server side. It restricts the body of all mail messages to simple 7-bit ASCII. The client SMTP has TCP establish a connection to port 25 at the server SMTP. If the server is down, the client tries again later. Once this connection is established, the server and client perform some application layer handshaking. During this SMTP handshaking phase, the SMTP client indicates the email address of the recipient. Once the SMTP client and server have introduced themselves to each other, the client sends the message. SMTP can count on the reliable data transfer service of TCP to get the messages to the server without errors. The client repeats the process over the same TCP connection if it has another message to send to the server. Otherwise, it instructs TCP to close the connection. So, like once all the messages are sent, the TCP connection is closed between the servers. And this mail server can act as a server and client both using this SMTP protocol. So basically this is SMTP protocol. This is and you have other mail access protocols also. So SMTP is basically it pushes the message from client to the server. Okay, it is pushes the message from client. You can see from client to your server. Here client is Alice because she is sending the message to the server to Bob. Okay, so this connection you can see between a mail server is through this SMTP, and this basically this is a push protocol. It is a push protocol, but the mail access protocol is basically the pulse protocol. It pulls the bulk data from the server to the client. So here you get the email, but from this mail server, the Bob's PC has to retrieve it, has to get it. So it will pull the data from this server. The available protocols are Post Office Protocol 3, POP3, and Internet Mail Access Protocol, IMAP 4. So basically by using these two protocols, the Bob receiver will extract the message, basically extract the mail, pulls the mail from your mail server. So next class we'll discuss further more. Thank you.